Why did you decide to hire Creative Contour, and what did they do for you?
So we moved here just about 2 years ago. We moved up here to be closer to my son and his growing family. And this house was just the right house for us in terms of the bones and the size. I didn't even walk around the yard when I chose to buy this house. So then we moved in, and then I looked at the yard and had heart failure. We had an incredibly rickety, crappy patio off the back that was all uneven. It was built on timbers that were rotting. The backyard had been terraced at some point, but then left fallow, so it was all neglected, and the yard was a disaster. And rather than just have somebody come in and rebuild it, I really wanted to do something larger and lovelier so that we would have a really usable backyard. So I kind of shopped around online, and I found this thing called Creative Contours. And all of the reviews, no matter what source I went to, were just remarkable in terms of what they said about Jennifer, the woman who owned this business. So here we have a young woman who is in this man's world, in this man's business, and the reviews were brilliant in terms of her vision, her professionalism, her follow-through, her listening to the consumers, the clients, to see what it was they were interested in. And then, of course, there's her just delightful personality.
How was your experience with Creative Contour, and did they meet your expectations?
Oh, they not only, well, actually, to be frank, they created the expectations. The only thing that I knew was I needed a new patio, and we wanted some sort of space where we could park a third car. We have a very narrow driveway, and we had 3 cars at the time. And she just walked in, kind of looked at the yard, and this vision came through of double patios and curves and different types of areas for entertaining, areas we could park, beautiful walls. And then what happened is, as we went through, the project grew. It's like, well, I can't have this gorgeous back patio and have this crappy front yard. So we ended up redoing the front walk, redoing the stoop. The landscaping that she came up with was brilliant. This house was the ugly duckling on the street. All of these houses are all beautiful from the 20s, and then there's this like weird salt box somebody built in the 80s. And what she created with the landscaping in the front, with these curves and the little boxwoods, we have the most charming front yard in the neighborhood. Every year now, I plant hundreds of flowers, and I've never planted anything. As I said, I'm sort of an idiot and I don't know what I'm planting. But so Jennifer introduced me to and gave me this incredible joy in my own surroundings that I never had before. So that's pretty remarkable.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate their communication, follow-through, value, and quality?
Maybe a 12.
What makes Creative Contour unique?
Quite simply, Jennifer. That business would not exist without Jennifer. And then the yin and yang of Jennifer and Steve, who holds up sort of the mechanical end of the scheduling and making sure all of the pieces, while Jennifer is so creative.
Would you refer Creative Contour, and why?
Oh, I have, and I will, for all the reasons I said above. If you just want somebody to come in and throw down some slate and replace your front walk, they'll do it. But if you want somebody to create a haven for you, to create beauty for you, to understand sort of who you are and how you want to use your land, your property, how you want to experience, I don't think there's anybody who's going to do as good a job as Jennifer.